Hi everyone, welcome back to Hype Man.
Hey, me.
You here with Coach Green, Gene, and Base I Man I. And we wanted to
Yes, sir.
thank you guys for joining us. We're here talking about beard gains and muscle strains. We're going to be
Yes.
talking a lot about health and wellness and about fitness and about hygiene and taking care of yourself. And so we're going to share a little bit about my journey as it relates to the beard.
Yes.
Why did you want to open us up a little bit about the beard?
Yes, sir. So, like we said, my name is Base. I'm an I. So, what's happening on this journey is I'm on my health journey, and then on the other side of this reciprocity, I'm putting coach onto the beard gains. You know what I'm saying? I've been growing and working with my beard now for 5 years. Started at the end of college, and I've been just taking off and just running with it ever since. So what we have Coach doing right now is we have him using an assortment of products that we will be putting you all on in the future. But it's a mixture of shampoos, conditioners, hydration lockers, things that just lock in the hydration after you condition. And then once a week he does an ACV wash, which just includes the organic. What's the brand, Coach?
That is the apple cider vinegar by Bragg's.
Yes,
BRAGGS.
great.
Bragg's
You
apple
say
cider
Grady?
vinegar.
What'd you say Grady Good was doing with that brags now?
She was hooking us up, man. She had put it in everything.
Yes. Man, I remember you told me like about Granny Gun. I was like, dang man, like I thought I was doing something because I figured out what Brags was doing. But
Man,
yeah,
Bragg's
so
been out.
yeah, so um within that it's a 2-to-1 mixture. So it's for every one dose of ACV, apple cider vinegar Brags, you want to put in 2 doses of water. So if you're using 1 cup of Brags, 2 cups of water. And as you continue to grow with your journey, everyone's face is different. You can either up the ACV, or if you find your skin is more sensitive, you can lower the ACV. But the whole point of the apple cider vinegar is to strip out all the products, because it really doesn't matter what products you use. It's essential that you hit that ACV cleanse and just pull all the product out once a week. So that's pretty much what he's doing. We're going to give you all more details. I'm looking forward as his journey grows. We're going to be dropping like products that we use and all these things. Shout out, we're gonna speak out sponsorships are coming out soon, and so great things is coming. So coach, just tell us about your journey. How's it been coming? We're on week 2, I believe, right?
Yeah, we're on week 2, and I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm really impressed because this is the first time I've actually allowed my beard to grow out,
Yes.
and I haven't been like maintaining it or cutting it. And the fact that I use the products and I try to keep it, maintained. I know I wear the mask a lot, but when I take it off and then I cut my hair off. I
Yeah.
mean, it has a good look. I'm even getting more hair. You can see on the sides right here.
Yes.
So I'm really enjoying that. So next time when I let me see if I can bring the light down a little bit. Or what I'll do is next time we here, I'll bring the light down so I can show you some of the improvements, and then I have a after picture or before picture when I first started the journey. So I'm
Yeah.
real happy. So thank you, Imani.
Hey.
I guess some of the personal things I'm learning is just like anything else, is just the maintenance. You have to
Mm,
be committed to this thing, and my wife says she's been wanting me to grow a beard for the longest. So if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right, and I'm not
yes.
gonna cut. I'm not gonna cut any corners. So I'm happy that you helped me with the journey and working alongside with you, Imani, is just making it easy. So
Yes, man. I'm so happy that it's going for you. That's going well for you. So talk to me like, how's the consistency been with keeping up? Because I know it's a lot of products that we have you using. So talk to me about the consistency part of it.
you know what? Sometimes the only challenge is when I'm like having prepared and I'm rushing out of the house and then I forget.
Mm,
But like when I'm working with the products and I have it, the way you explain how to use the product, once I get started and I get into it, it's not that bad.
yeah.
And when I'm just adding the beard balm
Yeah.
and the hair growth, once you get into it and you get involved and you actually know where you're trying to go, with the look that you want, you sacrifice and you go ahead and you jump into it. And so I try to make a routine just like I'm brushing my teeth. But after I brush my teeth, I go ahead and get into the routine, and it's not that long. And actually, it moisturizes and it allows my face and the beard, and it allows the hair to lay down, and it has an amazing smell.
Yes,
I
it
put
does.
when I put now because of COVID restrictions and COVID, we put our mask on. I'm like, man, my beard is like smelling good. I ain't got to smell my breath. I'm smelling my beard.
Yes.
And my wife, she calls me what Dr. Doolin, she called me I forgot, she's not Candyman, but she say something, but she
Yeah,
said,
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it smells good. It straightens the hairs out, it lays down, and it's just,
Good.
yeah, it's a good journey, man. Thank you.
Man, no, don't thank me. You putting in the work. I'm glad that, and I said this on the phone when for the last check-in call for the health and wellness on the muscle strains tab. But I want to make sure like everyone knows, this is not something anybody forced onto him. Dr. Dooley didn't force him. I didn't force him. Nobody forced him. He woke up one morning and said, "No, I want my life to be better, not just for me, but also for my wife. But I want my beard gains that I know that I have in me." You know what I'm saying? And I want to commend you for reaching out to me and say, "Hey, Imani, Bay Simon, what's up? Like, tell me what I got to do to get that thick beard going." You feel me? And it's amazing. I'm so glad you're on this journey, because even for me, like even for somebody who has had the full beard for years now, I still have areas that I'm working on growing. Like for me, I'm letting my beard overgrow so I can get more growth in this section here, where I'm already seeing a lot more growth. This part originally, like the patch, like I'm already having a lot of hairs come here, and even on this side, this is filling in, and it's hard to see, but this portion down here is starting to fill in as well. And so for me, I'm able to like re-go to the drawing board and try out new products that I'm having you try out with me. So I love that we're on this journey together, and at no time it reminds you that even when you've been doing all this work and even when you've been killing it, there's always somebody who's going to be better. There's always going to be somebody who's at that next level. And so I have people, I admire their beards. And so it always reminds me, hey, stay humble, Imani, stay in the cut. And it's also great to have a partner to do this with. So I just wanted to thank you for going on this journey with me. Because, I don't have anyone else who I can say, hey, man, what you think about this beard? And hey, how you be lining your stuff up and all that stuff. So I'm so happy to be able to do this with you, man, like for real.
Yeah, it's good to have accountability on the journey, working out with somebody, because that's how I used to do back in the day when I was playing college ball. When you was working out with somebody and you had the muscle strains and them strains and gains, you was working with people, you can actually, just feel the intensity,
Yes.
as your partner know when you ain't giving your best. He's like, man, you gave me 3 more last time. Let's go. Let's get it up. I
Yes.
dropped the reason why you saw me in front of the screen. I hope I didn't mess anything up, but I dropped my light a little bit just so that I could show
Yeah.
the more parts of the beard, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the both before pictures, but we wanna be able to, in a couple of more weeks, see some differences.
There we go.
Yeah, and my wife, she loves the gray and the black.
And
But
I
I'm really enjoying the process, and I'm not like really trimming it real. I'm just letting it just kind of grow, and I'm not
yes.
doing much trimming to it, because I wanted to kind of grow in full, and
Yeah,
then
100%.
just kind of see how it works.
No, 100%.
But
No, go ahead.
no,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no, no.
Oh,
Go ahead. Go.
so yeah, the other thing I enjoy what you're saying is that it was like a process, because I just want to encourage people that you've probably been wanting to start something for a while. Money's been impressing me with his beard ever since he started. And And so actually, when he first started his whole 2 or 3 year journey, it was always exciting for me to hear, his beer process. And it took me like up to this point, that 2 or 3 years, to say, you know what, it's time to do this. And I wanted to do it back then, but it's like, don't ever give up on yourself, you
Yes,
know. And when you come into whatever it is you want to do, that's going to be the time that you are doing it, and the time that you starting, and you're not behind, but you right where you need to be. So
exactly.
I'm glad that he's still into maintaining his beard. And he said, "No, you ain't want to do it with me when I started, so I ain't gonna help you." But even though it took me a couple of years, I'm here now, and I'm excited. So
No,
yeah, I just wanted
100%.
to encourage him.
And for the people out there that thinks like, man, like I've been fighting the urge to get into with the beer tube. I did the same exact thing. It was my sophomore slash junior year in college, and I was sitting there fight like at that point that was the 5 year mark where I was asking questions, but I wasn't applying nothing. I was asking people, man, I got these bum bunks coming in. What do I do with them? They tell me what to do. I wouldn't listen. Months and months and months and months and months and months and months passed of me kind of fighting, kind of half doing stuff like I'll clean the blades differently. I'll do stuff here, and it was very small tweaks to my beer regimen. But now like it's been a serious 2-3 years, but I like that 5 year mark. I got to give myself the credit of like trying to take those first steps, because if I didn't do the things like learning how to clean out my clippers and how to clean out things that like how to okay, what direction do I cut my beard so I don't have a bunch of razor bumps? It didn't matter if I used the products that I use now, because if I'm still cutting my face up wrong, I'm still gonna get razor bumps. You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't know how to properly fade my hair and stuff, then it doesn't matter. All these little steps I had to take within the last 5 years. Like we all love to focus on like, oh, this is when I was hitting it hard. Man, I was 2-3 years. Man, that was when it was busting. But we forget those first steps when we was just stumbling around trying to get it right, just right. Like, and I'm like, no, you know what? That's why this is why I have to be real with myself. I said, you know what? I have been working on this for 5 years. And it's kind of like that double-edged sword. I'm like, you know what? It took me a couple years to take it as serious as I take it now, but at the same time, I'm proud of me for the steps I take. And I feel like saying I'm proud of me kind of pushes us into that the muscle strains. Actually, right side of the conversation, right before this call, I just finished my cardio within this 21-day health and wellness journey that Coach Green Jean's been helping me, Dr. Doolin, and also our Auntie Rhonda out with. And it's been absolutely amazing for me. This is the first time in my life where nobody has to sit over me and say, Amani, you need to go and do some exercise, or Amani, you don't need to be eating no junk food right now, or Amani, you need to do this. One thing that I love that the coach is saying is that just this is not about not trying to get everything perfect or trying to get everything perfect. Like, how do you feel? Are you having fun? Are you enjoying the journey? How do you like for real? And that's like the most important question why I feel like he was trying to pull out of this, do you feel in line with what you're doing right now? And so I appreciate that, because me being able to, like, I've been out traveling all day because I had to run errands for my Sweet Rolls business, traveling loctician services that I do, and I'm out making errands, doing runs for my business, and I still had to come back. And I said I knew I had to do it, but it was different this time because I know, like, I'm looking forward to doing this exercise. I'm looking forward to it because it is fun. Like yeah, it's tough in the moment, but I love how I feel before because I know I'm doing something good for me, and I love how I feel afterward because I know I did something great for myself. So I just want to give another big shout out to Coach for just being the man he is, and like just wanting something better for us. Could you tell us a little more about the 21-day health and wellness challenge?
Yeah, I will. But as I get into it, you talk some really really nice words, and segueing right into the 21-day health and wellness challenge. And I think one of the things that came to mind, even in my own journey, you know, sometimes we get so much caught up in the discipline of doing something that after the 21 days, or after 10 days or 5 days of going real, real hard, we slide kind of back off into some of the old habits, which we're trying to say, it's okay. And that's one of the focus of this 21 day, just to kind of summarize what we're doing here. We elected Amani and I, because I'm a naturopath and an energy worker as well as a construction worker. So I'm just an individual
Yeah.
who helps individuals build their life into building
Yes.
legacy. Because Dr. Dula and I, we have an organization, we build legacy. But nonetheless, I thought it would be nice for us to challenge ourselves for the next 7 days on health and wellness, because of some things that Monty wanted to see change in his life. And it went from 7 to say, you know what, if we really want to see some real change, let's do it for 21 days. And so the focus is being not just a physical change, but a change that we're looking to make totally from the inside all the way out,
Yes.
from looking at our energy levels, looking at our emotional levels, and our mental, levels as well, so that it affects our output, uh, and our execution to be optimized at its highest. And I want to kind of make this full picture, because Imani began talking earlier about, you know, uh, working with his beard, working with his locks, and working, with his hair and his lining. That took time, and he went from a place to just knowing what to do, but understanding why it is he was doing it, and it was making an impact that he was enjoying. And so, what I wanted to share was is that it's time for us in our lives to move from that place of just doing the what, like just doing, and it's time for us to enter into that state of becoming and celebrating and actualizing who we really are. And that comes into celebrating and resting into our purpose, or why we do what we do,
Yes.
and not getting caught up in just, I got to get up and do push-ups, or I got to get up and drink this detox drink. No, you don't have to do anything. But what you want to do is understand why it is that you're adding these different disciplines and regimens, because it's about a process to assist you to optimize yourselves physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And it just takes work, because of the world that we live in, and in this particular realm that we live in. It takes effort. And so we want our effort to be enjoyable, right? We want this process to be enjoyable. So therefore, in this 21-day experience, what we've elected to do is make subtle changes that accommodate our lifestyle, and do it consistently for 21 days, so that we're making incremental steps and not starting and stopping. And if we do stop, like, just to give an example, and not to make this too long and drawn out, because we can pick this up on the next talk, but we started out with an actual detox drink that that the requirements and directions had so much lemon, so much garlic, uh,
Olive oil.
oil, yeah, cold
Uh,
pressed oil, uh, water, and
it was the
cayenne pepper.
yeah, yes, sir.
Yep. And so with that, we realized, out of all of us, that some of that was a little bit too strong. So we had to dial it down to fit what it was we needed that worked with us. So
Yes.
when you get into something that you might have saw yourself take in, bite more than what you can chew, you go ahead and be sovereign, the sovereign person that you are in your life, and you dial back and let it be okay that, all right, I'm not doing everything that you guys doing, but I'm doing what I can do, and don't feel bad about it,
Yes.
because at the end of the day, this is not a competition. we're in this for the journey, and you don't have to, compare yourself with anyone. The like they say, the race is not given to the swift and strong, but those who endure. So
Yes.
we want you to endure to optimize the best part of you. And if that's doing, 3 or 4 or whatever that is instead of 100, start right where you are and don't feel bad about it. Because guess what? There's going to be somebody behind you once you get up to 10 of whatever that is, whether it's 10 miles, 10 push ups, 10 burpees. Somebody's going to start before you and they're going to be at 1. So don't make them feel bad. Encourage them.
Yes.
Tell them that it's okay that they doing 1 or they doing a negative, which is a push up in reverse. And so, yeah, we here. We hyping you up to live your best life. So
Yes. I just
that's
also I wanted to throw in this last thing. We are getting near in the closing out, and we appreciate everybody who's viewing. On the tab of shifting from the detox into more or what and more into our own personalized health and wellness. One thing that I've actually been incorporated that I like, which I need to do the detox to find the path that I'm now. The first thing is, and this was thanks to Auntie Rhonda, I incorporated the lemon water. So I put 2 quarters of lemon water into there. And then what I added on to that was I love the idea of taking a smoothie in the morning because it was simple, quick. Because I just like to get done. I'm 24. I'm a bachelor. I ain't got all day to be worrying about 40 course breakfast and all that. Let's get it. Like let's hit it. Let's get to work. So for me, what I've been doing, and this is constantly evolving. My original what I did is bananas, strawberries, a Vega, which is it is a light syrup. You can find it in the Mexican aisle within your local Walmart. And then moringa seeds, which was actually recommended by my friend. Side note, one thing for me, I used to just take them to the head. I chew it up and take some water. If you can blend up your moringa seeds and put it into your smoothie, it makes it so much easier and you get all the same benefits. But that's actually what I'm doing right now. And one thing that actually I found is that I'm going to try to take the Vega out of it to just do more natural sweeteners. Not that the Vega is bad, but I want to see my goal is to incorporate greens, but I first want to see what the raw fruits with the moringa seeds taste like and how I feel. That's what I'm gonna be doing tonight. Then tomorrow I'll be incorporating spinach with it and finding my mix and finding my flow state with that. So there is no finish line. This is my personal journey. I wanted to share that with you all because for me, I appreciate Auntie Rhonda, my friend who recommended I put the moringa seeds in. I appreciate Coach Green Jean because at no point, because now I feel like I don't feel bad for doing things the way I want to do it. Like some people say, you got to eat the fruit raw because the spin cycles do this. No, I'm gonna do it my way because I feel led to do it this way. And I appreciate the coach for supporting us for doing things that we feel led to do. And I appreciate that we have a group collective that we're allowed to do things like, one person recommends lemon water because we can still have that detox, and then I can add the lemon water to this and do that. So I love the compound learning. I love the compound thinking. I love the compound growth. And I love that we hyping each other up. So
I love it, Bobby. Hey, so if you have any experience with detoxing or health and wellness, please put it down in the comments. Give us some more insight. If you need any thoughts or ideas about what it is that we're using in our 21-day health and wellness challenge, as what type of detox drink that we're doing, put it in the inbox us or put it in the description. We wouldn't mind emailing that out to you, sharing some of the things that we're doing. And also, if you're interested in going into one of the detoxes and 7 or 21-day health and wellness challenges that we're doing in the future, let us know, because that'll be something beautiful that we can all do together, and then just keep tabs as we grow higher and into what it is, into our purpose. So really, really excited about that.
yes.
So this is the Hype Men, Coach Green Jean, Base I Man I. thanking you guys for joining us for another broadcast, another talk with the Hype Men. So thank you guys.
And before we go, Coach, shoot them to your social media real quick. Where can they find you at?
You can find me on CoachGreenGene.com. And you can also find me and Dr. Dula on We Build Legacy.
Yes. And you can find me if you would like to find all my social medias. I do have a link tree. So it's linktree.com/base. That's _I-man-I. So that's BASS_I-man-I. My most active platforms are Instagram and YouTube. And all you have to do is type in Base I-man-I. That's BASSIMANI on YouTube or Instagram. If you put a space between it or an underscore, you'll find me on those platforms. I do music, motivation. Sometimes
say that one more time, Imani. Spell that out again. Spell it slow.
Base I-man-I. So first is like a base, BASS, and then underscore I-man-I, and that is IMANI. And we'll make sure to have that down in the in the about section below this. And we just wanted to say thank you so much for coming to the Hype Man channel. Hype Man!
There it is, Base I-man-I. You see it right there on the screen.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you guys take care. We'll see you on the next broadcast.
Y'all be great.
Be great.